Hello everybody, it's the Grubbeteer, and I'm back again with the Steven Universe Vlog, and today's episode is Monster Reunion. And in this episode, Steven gets his healing spit powers back, if only temporarily, but he gets them back. I don't think they're temporary, but anyway, he gets them back, and so what he wants to do with his newfound healing powers is heal the centipedal. If you remember back from the episode Monster Buddies, the one he made friends with, they went through the ice adventure and all that fun stuff, who is bubbled up in the center of the in the heart of the temple with the bag of chaps. If you haven't seen the episode, obviously you wouldn't know what it's talking about. Meaning the first episode, the Monster Buddies one. So anyway, Steven goes down there and heals the centipedal, sort of ish. It can't talk, it can squawk, but it's less, centipedal. Now it's more humanoid. It's got arms and it's got legs, and it can kind of communicate, and it can sort of make noises and stuff. And so Steven and the centipedal, under the condition that the gems can, make sure that nothing bad happens, they get to stay in the they get to stay in the temple. Meaning the centipedal gets to stay in the temple. Steven didn't get kicked out and then get to come back. And when they're hanging out, just chilling, they find out that they can communicate. The centipedal and Steven can communicate through drawing, because Steven doesn't understand what is later revealed to be gem language or gem calligraphy. And by finding it out, they find out that the centipedal was once the commander of the same ships we see in that episode where I'm not even going to pretend that I remember the name of it. Is it Friendship? Oh, that's what it's called. Yeah, the episode Friendship, where Peridot traps the gems in that, dungeon spaceship thing. Now, I don't want to be Mr. I've seen every episode and makes a video on YouTube about every single one, but I recognized it the second that the centipedal drew a picture. I've been doing this for way too long. So there's probably some really useful, algebra skills that could go in the place of that memory, but nope, I can recognize the spaceship in the episode just from the top of my head. So anyway, it turns out that the centipedal was the commander of that spaceship, actually, the same one that Peridot trapped the gems in, and she would, or not, the centipedal, because I can't use pronouns because I don't know what it is, was the commander, and the centipedal and the crew of the centipedal came down to Earth to invade, or not invade, but to build things. If you look at the pictures, obviously they built the playground. It's not, it's not going to be some big twist when they say that, because they drew it. They drew it on a piece of paper. It's there. It's visually there. And then, they don't say it's the playground, but it's the playground. It's there. They have little Mordor castles and everything. So anyway, then it turns out that the Gem Rebellion, or the Gem War, started blowing everything up and attacking the Homeworld's gems, assuming that the centipedal is from Homeworld, which I think it's safe to say that it's from a gem colony, because it was sent to Earth by a gem leader. Anyway, so yeah, they start exploding and everything, and then this white light just flashes all over the place. The centipedal gets split up from its crew, and the only thing that we learn about this white light is it's three triangles. There's three. Or not triangles, three diamonds are the reason behind it. Now, nobody says anything about what the three diamonds are. At the end of the episode ends with Steven still wondering about it, so this isn't me just missing something. Obviously, the three diamonds being, everybody knows the diamond authorities exist. This isn't a spoiler. We already know that exists, but, to what extent did they have in the war? What do they do? Why is this, little beetle so scared to talk about it? We'll find out later. So anyway, so they're in the, so they're doing that, and the centipedal, Steven agrees to take the centipedal back to the ship so it can, just be at the ship, because the centipedal can't talk about what happened, I guess, when the big white light flashed all over the place. It was just those three diamonds was the only thing. So they take him to the ship. The centipedal slowly turns back into its original, monster form. But when it is finally in its monster form, they reach the spaceship, and the other three centipedals, or two centipedes, which we can assume were their old crewmates, are now still there, and they all are joined together because they've been waiting there all that time. And in the end, Steven and the gems walk home, and Steven is still wondering about what those three symbols mean. So this episode if you guys thought those last 2 episodes were filler, then here's your jam-packed, drama heartbreak episode. I don't even think I have to. If you've seen the episode, obviously, I don't think people watch my vlogs without seeing the episode first. I wouldn't think they do. But obviously, if you've seen the episode, you know that it's not messing around. It gets to the point pretty quick. This centipedal thing is sad. It's horrifying. I mean, not horrifying, like scary, but it's so sad what happened to this thing. It's just like you see all the scenes of it struggling and crying and stuff, and it's like, Rebecca, put it away. And she's just like, nope. And she's like throws more of it at you. There's some really, really sad scenes. There's just this poor tortured creature. What's up with that? It's really, I mean, obviously, it's great. It's well done enough that I'm yelling about it on YouTube right now. But with that extent, it's just so well made. It's just so well done that they get the drama out of that. A lot of people, I'll be honest, it's hard to make a centipede bug with big old, Cool Whip hair to emotionally connectable, but they do a pretty good job doing it, and it looks like I don't have pants on because I have shorts on right now. I just noticed that. It looks weird. I have shorts. I don't do these pantsless. Although I might be able to because I never really see my legs. I digress. Maybe the next episode will be pantsless. Ooh, who knows? So yeah, there's that. There's the scene in the beginning, and someone in the comments, please tell me what's going on, because they're talking in the beginning about how the corrupted gem is different from a broken gem. Alright, so a broken gem can be healed and returned. A corrupted gem, like Garnet says, or sort of roughly translated from what Garnet says, is less of a broken person and more of a broken mind. Like their whole mind is exactly that, corrupted. And then Pearl says something about if they tried to do that on the diamonds. And maybe that was a hint towards something that's going to happen soon. Maybe not, but I didn't, was that supposed to be something that I was supposed to get? Because I didn't get it, because even Steven harks back to it. He exactly quotes Pearl when Centipedal draws the diamonds on a piece of paper. I don't know what's going on there. Something obviously must be going on there, but I mean, did you guys get that? Did I miss something? Please tell me, because I'm actually really interested to know. Besides that, really, really, really like the relationship they do with Steven the Centipedal. And one of the things I love the most about Steven Universe is they'd come back to something like the Centipedal. The Centipedal episode, the first one, Monster Buddies, wasn't exactly the strongest of episodes, but it really was one of the first really to evolve Steven's character. And that could have just been a dumb throwaway episode, but using it, and I'm not going to say this was planned from the beginning that the Centipedal would be the link between, Steven and all this, gem technology. But hearkening back to something already built upon and using it as a stronger story element instead of having to introduce a new person or new thing to have to, put in the story. It's a really, really good bit of writing, honestly. It's really well done, and I really admire how well they did it. They pulled it off pretty nice. It's like, remember the Centipedal? And maybe even if you didn't, they still say, those scenes where Steven's like, remember when we hung out together? Remember when we snowed together? So it's not just like, oh, you better know who the Centipedal is, because you better study up before going to this one. They tell you what's going on before the episode. Before, what's up with my accent? I don't have an accent. I live in New Hampshire. They don't, straight off the bat, they're like, all right, this is what happened in the last episode. Got it? Good. But then again, they're not exactly like, oh, you didn't watch the last episode? Don't bother with this one. They do sprinkle hints of what happened last episode, so someone who was just coming in casual would be able to understand the relationship between Steven and the Centipedal, which is pretty basic, it's just a basic relationship, but still, I really like the way they did it. And I'm really interested to see where this entire Centipedal thing is going. If this is going to be one of those cluster episodes where they kind of build it up and then just throw it away like that, I'll be a little disappointed. This one wasn't as bad as a cluster, because people, stop getting mad at me in the comments for saying it. They literally spent, 2 seasons building up the cluster, and then Steven goes in half an episode, and he's like, hey, you want to not be mean? And then he pushes 2 pieces of shards together, and that's it. That's it. So stop getting mad at me in the comments when I say that. It sucks. No, but, proper YouTuber. But no, I really like the the way that they did the Centipedal storyline, and I hope that they continue it. If they don't continue it, I'll get it, because they sort of did wrap it up with, like, he goes, the Centipedal goes back here. But if they do want to expand upon a little more, what's up with those diamonds? Obviously, they're going to expand upon what those 3 diamonds mean, or else they wouldn't just show them and then not say anything. This isn't Adventure Time, people. Oh, snap! I love Adventure Time, but it's so out of focus right now. It should just end. But yeah, just in general, to wrap this up, pretty good episode, or really good episode. I loved it beginning to through, and I really am excited to see what they keep doing with this Centipedal thing. So, if you guys liked it, please tell me. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.